M0FXB, welcome to my channel. Thought I'd show the Ailence HD1, let's turn it down, and the GD88 side by side. Very similar in size actually. What do I like about each radio? Well, the GD88 has got twin digital receive. I love that. They both have a CSV file, though I haven't put the CSV file in this radio yet. What I do like about this one is that if I just come off frequency there, when you TX, it goes red. I just really like that. And on receive, go back to my hotspot. Now we've just quickly put the hotspot in on the front panel, so you can program both of these radios from the front panel, which is very handy. You don't have to have a code plug. They're both dual band radios, VHF, UHF. This will display two at the same time here and receive two at the same time. I'm pretty sure I've literally had this for 10 minutes. Will display two at a time, but you will only hear one at a time. But it's VHF, UHF. 200,000 contacts in the Ailence, unless they've improved it with new firmware, and 300,000 with the GD88. Both have GPS. Both have APRS, but it's only APRS DMR as far as I can see with the Ailence. They both have keypads, but the keypad on the GD88 doesn't do DTMF analog, where it does do it with the HD1. I'll just show you the batteries, which I would say are very similar. I'm not going to take them off, but very similar batteries, I would say. Battery life, no idea. Now, the programming cable for the HD1 looks like this, one of those types that goes in the side here. It screws on. It's all to do with waterproofing. That's the pin out. I think I've got some headphones lying around for one of these. I'll try it out later. So, but otherwise, good audio reports in the GD88. I've just tested the Ailence on analog, and the audio was a bit low and there was a slight buzz, so I'm not really sure about that. There's a channel change knob in the middle and a separate volume control on top, which is nice to have. Same goes for the Kaidera, channel change, volume. Now, there are complaints that the volume on the GD88, it doesn't go low enough. So if I do it to the lowest volume, which is about there, you won't get it much lower than that. And then when you'll hear what that sounds like. This is the volume that you're hearing as the lowest volume on the GD88 at the moment. So it is quite low, but certain stations come in louder. So let's just turn that to 0, and then we'll turn up the HD1, and then we'll go down on the volume.
0.50.
So you can turn the volume to 0 on the Ailence. So that's obviously a big plus, because you can't quite do that. Well, you can turn it to 0. When you go low, I think that's about the lowest there. Let's get the other one on low as well. Like so, that's try and get the lowest. One way you can see what number that the GD88 on volume is if you go menu and then do the volume, you can see the slider. You can get it to number 1. So they're both on 1. So we're on the Ailence now. That's the lowest. Turn that off. Now on the GD. So yeah, so there you go. So I mean, I just think, you know, you probably get slightly lower on the Ailence, but not a lot lower. I think with these China sort of budget radios, it's just got some interference coming in there. You know, they're never perfect. You're always going to find things that you might not like. One radio might do something better than the other radio. Each radio is unique. You know, the menu structure, for example, on the Ailence is nice and straightforward. You go menu, and then you just go down a list. I get that. And that's what we're all used to with DMR radios. Now, the menu structure on the GD88 is a tiled system, and you're not used to it. And there is actually an older radio called a DM960 that is the same case as this, but it has a list like this. And I'm guessing that when this radio was first made, the GD88 model, that's quite a few years ago now, it had a list and you just went up and down the list. And then so they've tried to come up with this nice new grid system, maybe to match in with some other modern radios. And when you're going up and down and it's actually going right to left through the menus, that's a bit weird. But if the way I get around it is I look at the top, see it says channel edit there, and if I go up another one, scan, zone, and that's how I get used to that. So anyway, I just thought I'd put them side by side. I mean, you know, I like them both for different reasons. I like the screen, the colours of the screen on the A-Lens. I like the fact that it's the Motorola style design. Yeah, I've tested the audio on analog and it wasn't very good on the A-Lens, but on the Kydera, the audio on analog is perfect. So you're always going to find things about a radio you don't like. None of them are Anytone 878s or 868s, which really is the one that ticks all the boxes. The downside about the 878 is it's single receive. I like dual receive radios. So anyway, you know, this was £137 delivered with the programming cable, which is worth £10. So this cost me £127 and I can keep it forever. For me, that's the bargain, yeah? So anyway, thanks for watching. Lots more videos to follow. Bye for now, 7-3.